Yeah, that's what the Dodge looks like now. Pretty nice on the outside, right? Let's check out the inside. Will it start? Woo, yeah, easy start. So you can see, I still haven't fixed the dash all the way. Missing the glove box, missing this piece here. I have them, I just haven't put them back in. Do have this cover up here is awesome now. This still needs to be fastened in, but I don't want to do it until I have this put back in there. It's just kind of become a pain in the rear, and we got a lot of other projects going, so I'm trying to close out a video, I guess. All right, guys, so you see the front bumper is on the truck, all put back together. I'm sorry, I've like went brain dead here, and we did a lot of work to this with very little videoing. I did get the rear bumper all painted up and put back on as well. Still got to connect a couple of wires up under here. I think the ball is still loose there, but it's all in place, and you can see it has turned out marvelous here. Just got that final little bit of cleanup to do. We went through all the trouble and really cleaned a lot on the inside of this, and well, that was stupid because we did all the body work. I've also got the inside. I put this dash cover in here. I actually used foam, like great stuff, yeah, foam, to support this and make it strong, because it was such a thin piece of plastic and there was so little dash left. The only thing I can say is if you do that, be careful, because I did end up with a little bit of this stuff back in a couple spots that are going to be hard to clean, but we'll get it. And then I used liquid nails to bond the sides of this, and you know, we got a little bit of stuff. It's not perfect, but so much better than just everything open up there with a piece of carpet. Then we've got the glove box still to figure out what's broken on it and get it reattached, and then this lower section of the dash in the middle, and get those things done, and we'll have the interior finished up. My big quandary now is the transmission is no good. We're gonna have to have something done. We don't have reverse, we have a hint of. All right, I think most of you have a good idea what's going on right here, but like transmission pan, we're gonna drop that, drain what fluid's in there, look at the inside of the pan, because we got forward gears, but reverse is kind of subtle, let's say. So we're gonna try to drop the pan, see what we've got, make a band adjustment while we're up in there, and hopefully we can get some reverse without having to pull the trans and rebuild it, because that's an expense we don't want. So 13 millimeter bolts going all the way around the pan. What we're going to try to do is pull all of them out except for a couple in this end, and let this end hinge down and dump most of our fluid out before we actually pull the whole pan. That way we don't make a huge mess. All right, well, since I didn't have the camera turned on for the big gushing oil spill, we'll leave her turned on for this one. As I promise you, I hate transmission fluid almost as much as I hate brake fluid, and this is bad. Oh, let's get that last bolt. I'm getting ready to dump her. Oh boy, yeah. I feel it coming. Feel it coming. It's gonna be ugly. Now, maybe it's not. Maybe it's not gonna be too ugly. That would be good if it wasn't too ugly. Whew. Are you supposed to overfill transmissions? I just feel like this one may have a little extra juice in there. Yeah, double gasket. All the good stuff for you. There we go. Definitely very dark transmission fluid. Do Dodges have good transmissions in them? I can't remember. I don't even know if this is transmission fluid. It's pretty ugly looking for sure. So, I don't know. Everyday old redneck. Oh, man. Yes, that big old bunches of crap falling off of her. Another bolt. You know, there's one more bolt left in the tram fan, and it's cross-threaded. No, I'm just kidding. It's hard to get out. There we go, there we go. And rubber straight on down. And then we will dump that out into there. Well, you know, there ain't even that much metal or anything in that fluid. Right? Come on. Gotta move you guys around a little bit, get you where you can catch all the funk. I don't think that's all that bad. Yeah. I'll let you guys see in a minute. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. There's a magic piece that's broken laying in the pan. That's bad. Every single time that's bad. All right, so we did get the oil changed in it, trans filter, fluid, all that. I got a guy that is gonna see if we can do a little bit more tweaking and actually get this thing to have reverse and stuff in the trans. I was noticing when I was under here, I do need to reattach the battery. That cable needs to be replaced, or both of the terminals. Look at those headlights though. Aren't those cool? I really like the way that bumper turned out. I didn't know how I was gonna like that matte and shiny, all blacked out. Man, she is like, needs a little lubricant on them hinges. All right, guys, at this point we have now completed a big part of this thing, and I did ship this truck over to the transmission shop, and they took it in, pulled the transmission, rebuilt it. The rear section was blown up, the pump was gone, a lot of problems. You know, the old motto, another $1,000 and it'll fix everything. Haven't seen one of these Dodges with this type transmission that didn't need replaced. So hey, we got it done, and we just continue on fixing up our old black truck. Alright guys, it is a new day and we're on the inside of an old Dodge truck. What I found is my brakes, they seem to be okay right here, but they're going away and they push down further. I'm going to start it. When I start it, they work. Oh no, they're intermittent. Oh, look at that. Oh yeah, that's the truck going backwards. There we go. Now they're all the way to the floor. Pull forward. Yeah, they still stop, but man, it is sketchy as heck. So out here under the hood, and I noticed quite a while ago, there's no rubber seal on our cap. The fluid reservoir is full, but it's dirty. Yeah, doesn't look like it's ever had a master cylinder on it, so that's what we got to do. Let's check out and go order us a master cylinder, I guess. Yeah, get bubbles coming up. You want to stop when you don't see bubbles anymore. And this thing says to fill it halfway full of fluid until it starts to run out when you pop these out. I didn't even get these popped out and it's running everywhere. So we got a steady stream. They do give you little plugs just to screw back in there and plug the thing off. So that's what I'm gonna do. You see a lot of people bleed and they run hoses from here back in, and you keep going till you don't see air coming out of the hoses. Apparently this one's a little different. So we put these plugs in And then we want to just go nice and easy. Don't get radical with it. I need to get a screwdriver to push in back here, but I can just barely push in with my thumb. And just barely pushing in is enough to get bubbles to start to come out. We want to keep doing this till there's no bubbles. It says it could take up to 25 minutes to get them to stop. So I know all you guys know how to do this already, but I thought it was interesting that the directions for this just tell you not to do anything except for have these holes plugged. Once fluid starts dripping out of them, you just put the plugs in, and then this is like less than 1 inch when you depress it, and it gets those bubbles to come out. And this being a plastic reservoir, I hate it because you can't even see what's going on in the back. You guys know what I'm saying. And we're just trying to go slow here till we get them bubbles out. I'm gonna have to go to the store, unfortunately, and buy me some new brake fluid. You know, we do use only the best here. We've got the HK Harvest King, that's right, Atwoods or Tractor Supply will hook you up. All right, before I take these loose, I do like to take a little punch or something and a hammer and kind of give them a little love tap. These aren't as bad as old cars about getting stuck. Those lines always seem like there's something going on with them, so I figure it can't hurt. It can't hurt to give it a little tap just to loosen everything up in there. Gonna try to hit it on the flats, maybe. I don't know. Break stuff loose, guys. That's what we're after here. Definitely want to get any corrosion loose, and then, you know, you want to get a good line wrench to put on there, so you make sure and not round off those nuts. And I want to break them loose while they're still in the truck and work it back and forth to make sure that the line and the nut are moving separately, or the line stands still and the nut's turning. If the line turns, you may want to beat on stuff a little bit more. Go look at somebody that's got a channel that's from the north where everything rusts up, because this is a 99 model truck and we're still in pretty good shape here taking stuff apart. I just keep going. Oh yeah, no problem at all. Yep, not bad. Dang, O'Reilly's, they wanted $100 for this. I went to Rock Auto, 40. I think it was $65 for the master cylinder and front brake pads. Yeah, I'm like, anytime I can buy all that stuff cheaper than I can just buy the master cylinder, I'm going for it.
Anyway.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, they're like them guys down here at this store. Oh, it's got a lifetime warranty. Oh, dude,
I'm not taking it off the warranty.
save it for somebody that cares.
Yeah.
Lifetime warranty on this is going to be about 3 months, maybe 6 months. Yeah.
That's going to be my daily if I can find some good cheap parts. Only thing is it's an automatic.
Oh, that's okay. Dude, mine, I put gas in it yesterday and reset the mileage thing, and it's getting like 37, 38. That's pretty good for me driving. It doesn't even have the little cup holder pull down or anything. So.
Oh, because it's a single cab.
Yeah, just it's because I wanted parts off of it. Couldn't have anything that would work for us.
Yeah.
Come on, piece of junk. All right, now the hard part. Getting them. I probably should have started those lines before I torqued that thing down to 12.
You can bend those around if you need to. I've got
I got her.
there it is.
Yeah, Me and this stuff. This old Dodge is kind of like it wants to get fixed.
It looks like it. Everything's kind of falling into place, isn't it?
Don't cross thread it, ladies. No, do not. Come on. Is it going? No. Dang you thing. Okay. Give her a little. Oh, that might have been too much of a tweak. Come on. I know you want to start. I know you do. Stop leaking fluid everywhere, you piece of junk. Oh, it just doesn't. Oh. It's not liking it. Come on. I know you want to start. Come on. Ah, finally. Yeah, okay. Then we'll give it a little snug up. You know, you guys working on that stuff out there, you might want to use something different than a crescent wrench to tighten this up with, but it does seem to work. And then through the fiasco of trying to get that started, I leaked quite a bit of the fluid out of this, so that's all right. We're just going to have to probably go get us another quart of brake fluid before we even start the bleeding process, because it's got to go through all these lines up through the anti-lock stuff and down to the actual calipers, wheel cylinders, all that. And we want her to be good, clean fluid. So yeah, it won't take long. I'll go buy some fluid and I'll come back and catch you guys. But you can see I'm just slowly cranking that thing down good and tight. I don't think we'll have any problems with any leakages. Yeah. So what do you guys think? Should we put the little gasket under it? New. I hate these kind of battery terminals, but that's what we're going to run because it's just perfect. And then do you use what? Help me understand why they always have to make those fit super tight on there, where you just almost have to, right? You got to hit it. It's the only way to do it. All right, seriously, you got these wires looking like this, so we gotta do some cleaning up here on our wires. All right. Yep. Almost became one of those people that actually tightens up the battery terminals. Definitely want these wires to be crimped down good. I scraped all the green crap out of there and got those things where they look better, but I didn't cut the wires and re-strip everything and all that, because boys, you just got a limited amount of wiring on this that we can utilize, so we better leave them as long as possible. And it was starting, everything was working fine with those nasty looking terminals, so with this stuff we probably just help clean up some things. Something else is like grounds and all that stuff. You want to make sure you get that cleaned up so all your electronics work good. So there, that's looking better. I'm gonna go buy some brake fluid and we'll take this thing out on the street and see what she'll do. Well, all right guys, it's looking pretty good. We made it back in the shop just fine. And I think this is gonna be the last video on the old Dodge. We are gonna clean it up. I mean, all this is just old body shop dust on everything and the floor and all that after we spent a ton of time cleaning it already. I don't really have a lot left to do. I did want to show you that I made the glove box door work. I tried to make this little cup holder work, and it's going to need a little bit more help because it's just Dodge. That's all you need to say, right? Dodge. And I've got a vent to pop back in the AC and get it to stay. And I think that's pretty much it for the old truck. Yeah, I'm driving it around. We're gonna have to fix the power steering, fix the air conditioning, and I believe it's gonna need to look at the spark plugs really close. May need injectors cleaned, but I want to run it a little bit and see how those injectors clean up on their own. But it's been fun. You guys have to remember, you know, we bought this truck and did not spend $1,000 when we bought it, and it was reasonable looking. It wasn't super great. Paint was junk. Put a full paint job on it because that's what I do here, and just really cleaned up everything around it. And I figure, you know, another $500-600 and we'll have a $3,000 truck, and we'll have $3,200 in it. So that's about the way things usually work for me. But I want it to be a good truck and be able to sell it and say, yep, that is a nice truck and there's no issues with it at all, and get top dollar out of it. It may bring more, it may bring less. I don't really care about that. Well, what I care about is making videos for you guys that have some kind of something in there that's good. And you see the transmission, bad. Every Dodge, bad transmission, bad dash. Sorry I didn't film throwing the dash in this thing, but it's not that hard to do. Yeah, so hey, if you like what we're doing, give it a thumbs up. Consider subscribing to the channel. We're gonna get back to mainly older street rod content, and then still doing how-to stuff with I believe DAs, spray guns, and I got a couple of cool metal shaping books or just metal forming books that I want to give you guys links to. They're still in publication out there, and they really show you a lot of the very basics of metal bumping and moving metal and making it work for you and not against you. So hey, at any rate, we'll catch you guys on the next video. Have a beautiful day.